Guest. On 10 to 1, there are 4 of them. Stratford Pons, Windbound Lass, State Jester, and Bounden Duty. 14 to 1, bar these.
For the 7th running under Swinton sponsorship, just Bounden Duty out of line, waiting for Mark Perrott. Coming into line now, and they're away, and midfielder jumps straight off into the lead. State Jester ducked a little bit at the start, and it's midfielder with on the near side Ivar's Guest. Between them come Kerr and then Peanuts Pet, and behind them Bounden Duty has made up ground towards the stand side. Midfielder with his white face over on the far side, going to jump this flight in the lead from Kerr. Then Ivar's Guest, Peanuts Pet, who's taken quite a strong hold. Bounden Beauty on the near side. Then just in behind them come Fragrant Dawn and Love Anew, and behind Love Anew is Winnie the Witch and Stratford Pons. The back marker at the moment is Windbound Lass as they come down to the second flight. Midfielder in the lead. Midfielder from Cohen, Ivar's Guest and Bounden Duty on the near side. Fragrant Dawn over on the far side, then Peanuts Pest and State Jester. Behind them comes Stratford Pons. Behind Stratford Pons is Winnie the Witch and then Love Anew, and then Deb's Ball, and finally Windbound Lass. I say finally, but not more than 6 lengths between first and last, and going quite a steady pace, not the blistering gallop one would have expected in the Swinton, with midfielder dictating it. From Ivar's Guest in second on the far side is Bounden Duty, then Co. Then comes State Jester on the far side, a former winner, Peanuts Pet, and then Fragrant Dawn, and behind them Stratford Pons and Winnie the Witch and Love Anew, and then Deb's Ball, and finally Windbound Lass. Midfielder still, and Michael Bowlby dictating it from Ivar's Guest, Peter Scudamore, Bounden Duty and Mark Perrott on the outside, then Co as they come to the third. Peanuts Pet jumps it next, and then on the inside, Fragrant Dawn going forward on the outer, State Jester, the winner 2 years ago, and on his inside, Stratford Pons, then Winnie the Witch, then Love Anew, and Deb's Ball and Windbound Lass. Over the next, over the fourth, Ivar's Guest took over there, and faller at that one is Windbound Lass. Windbound Lass a faller at that flight, and as they race up now towards the next, Bounden Duty has made good progress towards the left of the picture. This is the fifth. Midfielder right up there with Ivar's Guest also. Peanuts Pet just in behind the lead. Beginning to swing left-handed now. Midfielder with his white face showing on the right of the picture. Bounden Duty over on the left. Behind them come Ivar's Guest. And then State Jester, the previous winner. Behind him comes Fragrant Dawn. Racing now towards the home turn with 3 flights left to jump, and Bounden Duty has taken over from State Jester, moving up swiftly in second. Ivar's Guest comes next, then midfielder, then Fragrant Dawn as they come down towards the third loft in the Swinton Insurance Trophy, and midfielder in the centre. Jumps just in the lead from Bounden Duty over on the far side. State Jester rather in the centre from Bounden Duty. State Jester, Bounden Duty. Then comes midfielder, then Fragrant Dawn trying to unuse a run with Peanuts Pet towards the left of the picture. Coming down to the second last, Bounden Duty, midfielder and State Jester, and Fragrant Dawn over on the far side. Peanuts Pet on the near side. Coming down towards the final flight, Bounden Duty with the advantage now from Peanuts Pet on the near side. Fragrant Dawn trying to unleash a run over on the far side. Midfielder still in contention, but Bounden Duty with a clear advantage as they come down to the last from Fragrant Dawn. Winnie the Witch is finishing well towards the stand side. It's going to be Bounden Duty landing the lead of the last from Winnie the Witch on the near side. Bounden Duty, Winnie the Witch, then Fragrant Dawn as they race into the closing stages. Bounden Duty being challenged by Winnie the Witch on the near side, and Winnie the Witch is going to get up. She's going to win it. Winnie the Witch has won it from Bounden Duty in second. Midfielder is third, and Fragrant Dawn 4. Then came Peanuts Pet 5, State Jester next, and then Stratford Pond, and behind Stratford Ponds was Deb's Ball. Behind Deb's Ball was Love Anew, and then Co. And last was Ivar's Guest, and so the result of the 1991 Swinton Insurance Trophy Handicap, first number 5, Winnie the Witch, owned by Haydock Thoroughbred Racing Limited, trained by Ken Bridgwater and ridden by his son David. Second was number 13, Bounden Duty, owned by Mrs. June M. Sifton, trained by Guy Harwood and ridden by Mark Perrott. And third was number 7, Midfielder, owned by Bournstream 7, trained by Philip Hobbs and ridden by Michael Bowlby. Fourth was number 2, Fragrant Dawn.
Second, number 13, Bounden Duty, 9 to 1. Third, number 7, Midfielder, 4 to 1 joint favourite.